Hello everyone and welcome back to another video on SCP Architect X. Now, what I was going to do is edit the recording from the stream that I did a little while ago, in which I do want to say thank you guys so much for the support there. I am very impressed on how well it turned out, and I do very much plan on doing another live stream. But I was going to take the recording from that and put it into a video, but I did not like on how roboty my voice sounded. So I just decided, oh yeah, well, you know what would be fun? It's just to remake it all again, and so then it doesn't take 10 years to edit, because I was trying to edit an hour and 45-minute clip. But it's fine, so let's just get into them.
And just like that, we are on our first site, which is by Unnoobmilitar with their site XK. Now, starting off, not too bad. Using the office pack, in which I really like the office pack, especially with the new doors, with the revamp. However, I would say with the doors, I think they open inwards or something, not going into the walls. So we're going to be obviously rating the builds by detail, security, and design, same as last video. So let's just go into build mode. Might not need build mode. I like the little security checkpoint here. This is quite nice. Maybe a little bit more decoration in here. Like a sofa or something. Hey, SCP-999. He's just roaming there. Got staff quarters. Wow, staff do not get privacy, man. Holy. Well, that's where. What? How am I up here? Elevators are broken right now. But we got the MRI machines. Can we just break our way out of here? Yeah, let's do that. Ah, damn. Let's just... Yeah. Can I break you? Thanks. We'll imagine that there was a thing there. Right, there you go. Where are we? I don't know where we are. A lounge area, maybe? I am so lost. Oh, maybe it's a medical area. Holy brightness. Why are you punching stuff? Kill him. Do it. That's what I thought. Punching stuff. I think it was a riot, that's why. What's in here? SCP-500. I would say it's a bit too bright, and I do have my graphics on max as well. Oh, my bad. Yeah, get to work. So I think it's like a waiting room for the medical area, but I think you've got a lot of open areas where you can put a little bit more detail into it. But just coming out of the checkpoint is quite nice. I think maybe I love on how you've got the pillar there though, and then it goes up. Wow, this game is buggy right now. Yeah, can you load in? Thank you. But maybe add some more desks and some barriers in here. That would look pretty sick. So yeah, these are the staff quarters. Okay, we get to watch them sleep, but luckily we don't get to watch them go into the toilet. So I guess that has its benefits. What else do we have? Some nice offices. I think all of these are a bit of a work in progress. Unless they just want to stand. An armory? Okay, that's quite nice. Don't really know what this is for. I would probably say it's a warehouse area. Then we got massive cafeteria. Holy, that people are never going to get starved. Then going up a floor, we have some test chambers, in which I really like the test chambers. Yeah. Maybe a little bit more decoration overall as a whole. But personnel, personnel get like their own. You got a meeting room as well. Oh, I like on how you've used the crates for tables. Because I think that we should generally just have decorational tables as well. But for now, that's not too bad, just using crates, because it still looks like a meeting room in a way. But you have a lot of things for your personnel. And then generator room, and then that's the MRI room. I think that's it for this floor. Overall, not too bad. It's very open. I like that. But maybe you can add some more decoration to go around. Like use some of the posters and all of that, you know, all of the attention to detail. But overall, not too bad for a first sector. Do you have any other sectors? You do, you have a sector 2. Let's go in here. And we're in sector 2, which, oh, it's all loading. Okay, got the airlock. You're lacking a lot of decorations here. I think it is probably, obviously it's probably still a work in progress, but you're still lacking those decorations. Don't know where this, you've got guard points here, but I don't know where they go up to. I'll check in a sec. SCP 205. Hey, you got decorations up here. SCP 109. It's like a maze just to get to SCP 109. SCP 426. 5293. Oh, have you got 173 here? You do, and we have just a few dead D-class. Just a few. Then you have your Class D area, which is pretty open, but I think the lighting wise is very bright. Then going up onto the second floor. Okay, so this is where scientist watches, but how do you get there? You go up through there. Then you have more test chambers. Just a lot more test chambers. I like that. Oh, so on some of them, it's like you're watching down on them. Okay. Let's try and have a look at these in person. Let's go. I'm in the wrong room. I don't know how to get in there. I'm lost. It's very loud. Holy. How do you get up there? Oh, I know where you want me to go all the way around there. Overall, though, I think it's very good. But let's get on to the grading. I like doing this in Sector 1, and I don't know why. I just have a habit. So, going over the detail, I'd say it looks pretty decent. You probably could include a little bit more decorations. Basic needs of your staff, generally not too bad. However, you don't have much attention to detail. I think you need to like look into that a little bit more. So I think overall, I'm probably going to give that 4. Security-wise, how secure the SCPs are? I would say they're pretty secure. How many security do you have? Maybe you need a little bit more security, especially if you've got like 20 Class D. So I would say that it is pretty secure, but not overly secure because I reckon 173 could just easily escape. Let's test how well you're still dead. Okay, well, that kind of sucks. Let's test on how well your security handle a riot. He's just walking around. He's dead. Well, that was a quick riot. 10 Class Ds. None of them escaped. To be fair, that's not too bad. Class D risk riot. It's not great, but you don't really get Class D riots that often. So I'd say that's pretty secure, so I'm gonna have to give that a 6. And then design. You've used many different packs, so you've got the Neo Core pack, and then you've got the Office pack downstairs. You have kind of stuck with one pack on each of the sectors, which isn't bad. Kind of personal preference. So I do like it that you've used those packs, but maybe you could use other packs as well. These are all my packs, but you get the gist. So maybe you could just use different packs. Your containment zones are very good. Maybe a little bit more decorated, but that's perfectly fine. Overall layout, it's a little bit difficult to understand where you're going, but I think it's only because I have never been to your site before. So overall, I would probably give that a 5 out of 10 as well. So your overall score is a 15 out of 30, which generally isn't too bad. So obviously just make those improvements. You'll ace it. This site was meant to be in my last video, but I kind of couldn't find your site. But I found it this time. So yeah. Right, let's get on to the next site.
Right, the next site that we will be reviewing, which is by FoizeFish with their site 83. Now, this has to be the best one that I've ever reviewed, because coming in, you instantly just get blown away by the amount of detail that gets put into the sites. And there is not one singular place that doesn't amaze me. Like, starting off with here, look what he's done with the vents, the amount of detail that he's had to put into that. And he's actually finished the engine room now as well. That's loud. But moving on, honestly, I think I was baffled on how well this site has been made. And I really do not want to know on how long it has taken the individual. Ooh, emergency bunker. Okay, I like that. Got like a little breach area. Got class decontainment as well. Get into this. Look at this. Look at the class decontainment. This is so much better than my one. Well, the one that I had anyway, because my site is just non-existent. I like on how, like, it's just so well made. You could add some tables though in here, I reckon. But I know that you don't really want to be using up all your detail. But overall, this is probably the best Class D area I've seen as well. It is quite easy to make. I get lost so easily. Got medical wing as well. Got waiting area, storage, MRI. Finally, someone that doesn't put something metal with an MRI machine that's meant to suck in metal. I don't really understand why people do that. Medical rooms. Okay. Got many medical rooms. Room 3. Got bathroom. Staff break room. Like, look how detailed this is. You cannot see one corner that does not have a bit of detail on it. Got SCP-500 as well. And then, where does this go? Oh, this goes back into the cafeteria. Right, let's try and find the upstairs bit. I'm a bit lost. Bathrooms, elevators. Yes, this is the way that I want to go. Okay, emergency stairs, exit. Then you got dorm rooms, which are very well detailed as well. I just don't really like the windows. Windows are fine for Class D, but I feel like personnel should get their own area to themselves without having to be spied on by the Foundation. Then we got testing site B and storage room. Yeah, like even up here it looks sick. What's up there? This goes into the storage for the engineering room. Look how nice this is. Testing site B. What's in here? An armory. Oh, it's very small, but very nice and compact. The lighting is really nice in this area as well. Another thing I like is that this individual has not got the same testing chambers, the SCPs, in which I need to work on myself as well. Look, they've even added the door for the key. The key's the master key that can just unlock every single door. And then we got testing site A. Look at this. I really like this. Which has, so I think all of this just has the main SCP, the main safe SCPs. I think they're gonna include like the Euclid, and when Keter comes out, be Keter SCPs as well. But overall, this is probably the best site I've seen so far, and I'm very, very impressed with it. So, onto the overall grading. Starting off with detail, which is looks, how decorative, basic needs, and attention to detail. I would say it's perfect. Very decorative, looks amazing. Basic needs, let's have a look at them. Staff have all of the basic needs, and you've got that attention to detail as well. So I'm going to give that another 10 out of 10. And then for security, how secure your SCPs are. I'd say that they are very secure. How many personnel do you have? You got 16 MTF and 20 security. Let's test how well your security deals with handling a riot. It's very loud. And the good thing about having your Class D area over here is that they cannot get out. He's fighting for his life over here. And just like that, the riot is over and no one escaped. Literally no one escaped. So I'm going to give that a 10 out of 10 as well. And then design, you've used many different packs, which I really like. You've got the different containment areas. You've distributed the SCPs pretty well between the sectors. You've even got them split up into two different areas, so then they're not all together. And honestly, the overall layout is really good. The only downside is that I think that it is easy to get lost, even though you have the signs up. So overall, design is going to get a 10 out of 10 as well. So that means that your overall score is 30 out of 30, which is the first one, the first 30 that I've ever given. So you should be very proud of that. Right, let us move on to the next one. Okay, and our next site is by D_rat, which is Armed Containment Area 101. So, this was also another one that I rated pretty high. I don't know what it was. Like, I like these ones. I like going in person. Like, look at the amount of detail that this person has put into their site using multiple different packs, and I love this auditorium, bro. Best thing that he's ever done. Made it out of electrical boxes and a cardboard box. It's just amazing. I like what he's done with this door as well, because if you can't access it, just put something there to block it. But it's like a little access road, so little road that you can walk on. That where's it? Yeah, let's go over here. Ooh. I'm going the wrong way. Yeah, it's just so well designed. I love on what he's done with the walls as well. Sector 1 hub. Okay, look at this. That generator room goes into this main area, which that right there is meant to be like a facility core. So it would be like, imagine power generator, blue light for some reason. I think it's blue. Just going down through the entire site. That's what is in my mind. It's just so cool. Got personnel zone. What's through here? And I love what he's done with these blast doors as well, which I'm very much planning on doing myself. Because it looks like it will close if, let's say, a breach happens or something. You've got a reality anchor. Look at how well designed this is. Amazing design. Now, I can't be running around the entire way because I'll very much get myself lost. But, what's this? Oh, okay. Right, let's go into build mode so we can view this site better. So we got... Yeah, no one needs that. Got toilets, in which don't have lights, so it's going to be very dark in there. And another person that's put an MRI machine without any metal in. My day has come true. So this is the medical sector. Personally, really good one. That goes up to the auditorium. And then over up here is where it got beds for the personnel. But for this, I think they could make their own quarters for personnel. That's just my opinion anyway. Now, how do I move on to the next sector? It is... I don't know how to move on to the next sector. Oh, it's probably because this goes into their sector too. So we're going to imagine that it's joined up, okay? I like the entrance for this sector as well. Like, look, another thing for the reality. In which this goes around here. Up here to the Class D containment area, in which it is very well designed. Got a lot of plants, got a lot of decorations. Might be a little bit small, but it's homey and it looks good. I like what they've done with the floors as well. And you've got a riot. Yikes. Oh my god, it's so loud. And you've kind of kept the same. Like if you got this over here, you've got this over here as well. It goes into something else. You got small object containment. which is very... I would say that the cells are kind of the containment chambers. They're all kind of the same. But I like what you've done with this. You've got different areas and something that you're wanting to build if the SCP gets added, which is really good. But it just goes into so much detail. Security personnel. You've even got a place for security personnel as well. But this is, I would say, it's like a control room. Oh no, security compartment, which I really like. Then you got like the STS lines as well. And then you got more toilets without lights, so people are very much going to be peeing in the dark. Now onto the sector 3, which starts off here, which I think is really good. You got the use of the flower pots as well. Then it goes up, and it's a tram system made out of generators. Like, I haven't even thought about adding a tram system, but the fact that you've actually put in the time and effort to think, oh yeah, let's build a tram system is really, really cool. Then it goes into this area. What's this? High risk containment with another blast door. And then it goes into SCP-096's chambers, in which it isn't fully done yet. Well, no, it is fully done, but we don't have the SCP out yet, so. But I like on how you've got the automatic blinds, which is just fence turn the other way, because I think it just looks so realistic. But then this would be the containment for 096. It just looks so good. 049 as well. Gets its own generator. Oh, look at that. SCP-049 gets its own little area where you can work on the cure and everything. Be nice and passive. And then we got another area, but I think it's work in progress. But even then, he's still decorating it, and I'm very impressed with it. So I think that is everything for this site. So let's get on to the overall rating. So previously I gave it a 28.5, but I feel like I was a bit too harsh, I would say, for this sector. So for our detail, which is looks, I feel like it's very good looking. Very decorative. Basic needs though, how are they doing? Basic needs in the average. Got average 75%, which is very high. So, and you've got the attention to detail, so I'm going to give that 10 out of 10. Security wise, how secure the SCPs are, I don't think any SCPs are going to break out of this facility. Now let's test how well security to do with handling a Class D riot. Okay, there you go. I love the lights. Where is your Class D? Your Class D here. Running away. Very slowly. I think it's very safe to say that the Class D are not breaking out of here. They will very much be shot. Soon, they will be. So overall, I think they're not going to escape, so I'm already going to give this a 10 out of 10. Now, design. Different packs used, you have as well, and I like what you've done with your reality anchor. You've got the different containment zones, got the distribution of SCPs between each one of the sectors, like you got safe in one, Euclid in another, and then maybe you're going to have Keter in another. So overall, I think the layout is very good. And I don't have anything else to add apart from adding lights into the bathrooms. So I'm going to have to give that a 10 out of 10 as well. So your overall grade is 30 out of 30. You're now the second person I've given 30 out of 34. So congratulations. But let's move on to the next site. Now, on to our next person that we're going to be doing today, which is don't_blink64 official with their site 19. Now, this is a work in progress site, so obviously there is stuff that can be improved on. Starting off, to be fair, it's not that bad. I like what you've done with the lines. I think maybe add some barriers. Add some more decoration here. You've got one engineer. He's chilling. A sleeping quarter, cafeteria, generator room, medical room, and bathrooms. Now I don't mind this site. I think I don't really like the the 1x1 hallways. But if you like it, then you like it. You could add a lot more decoration though, I think. Got the bathrooms. At least you've got lights in your bathrooms. That's always good. Guess people can see. It's over here, sleeping quarters. What is it with people with windows? We're going to be watching our personnel sleep as well. All of the rooms are just kind of the same, which I don't mind. But I would like to see some sort of change in the rooms. Get what I mean? Office. The offices, they look like just those general offices that you have to just go and work in. There's no sort of decoration. I do like what you've done with this file room though. Because adding a file room, you might need more files. I think you guys should do that. Make sure to subscribe. But overall, what's down here? Surveillance room, janitorial room, break room. Oh, okay, I like this janitorial room. Break room's quite nice. Maybe you could include some more decoration. It is just decoration with this. I want to go to surveillance room. Okay, I like this. Okay. It's not too bad. I would say, like, I did this in another person's site. I made a surveillance room for my own office. I made it like a circle in a way, and then I added plants in between the corners, and then just some overall decoration. So that's what you could do. And then moving on to Sector 2 checkpoint ahead, unfinished. Okay, so this is unfinished. Long hallway though towards it. To be fair, not a bad checkpoint. Looks like the one from like security breach. But it is just a work in progress site. But I think that is all for this site. It is very much work in progress, so I can't really give it the highest grade. But let's get on to the final grading. Now, with our grading, which is detail, I'd say it's not too bad. Looks, I would say you could use different packs in a way. Like, you don't have to stick with the same pack. Like, for my site, I've done just in one sector, I've used, I think, like 3 packs or something. And you can use different packs for the floors as well. I wouldn't say it's very decorative either. I think you do need to include more decoration. Basic needs though, because you've only got 1 staff. You've got 5 engineers. For 5 engineers, I would say maybe a little bit higher. And then attention to detail, you definitely need to look into that. Just add in those little shelves on the walls, or what I normally do is add like vents going into the walls, and then add electrical boxes over it. But anything like that, just attention to detail could make your site look so much better. So overall for that one, I'm probably going to give it a 3 out of 10. And then for security, because you don't really have that many SCPs, I think you got like 2 in the site so far. I would say they're pretty secure, and because you don't have any Class D, can't really be a riot. So I'm gonna be pretty nice about this one. I'll give it a 5. Now design, I think you've used different packs, like moving into your different sectors. I think you could use more packs. You don't really have different containment zones, and I'm sure you'll probably distribute your SCPs evenly between sectors, and they're not all in one area. But overall, your layout isn't too bad as well. I think maybe just those slight tweaks, and it'll be a perfect site that can get 30 out of 30. So I'm gonna also give that a 5 out of 10 because I'm being nice. But normally I probably would grade it a little bit more harsher. But to be fair, yours isn't a bad site. Just work on those few parts. And obviously I know that yours is a work in progress. But just focus on those few parts and I'm sure you'll get 30 out of 30 in no time. So overall your score is 13 out of 30, which isn't too bad. Right then guys, I'm back. Unfortunately though, I will not be able to review any more sites at this time. The video's like getting really long and I can't keep it up. But hopefully for one of my next videos I'm going to build a control room. I am kind of working on a design, a little layout that I can put, but it's going to be in this area. I just need to know what I want to do with it. And then I plan on building hallways going to like different SCPs and the Class D containment area. So hopefully that will be in a video as well at some point. But I couldn't find someone's username. His username's a guy who seems ugly. If you are that account holder, please let me know because I'm trying to find your site because you waited for like over an hour on my live stream and I said I'd do it in a video, but I couldn't find your site. But you are at my top of my list, so don't worry, you will be in the next video. Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video and I will see you all in the next one. Bye guys!